Yeah, welcome to the Wormhole. My 16th episode.
Thank you for having me on here. I didn't actually expect for you to actually reply to my DM.
No, that's why for that same reason, I hit you up because you shot your shot, like how they say, you gotta shoot your shot, you gotta start DMing people, and that's how we grow. We gotta network with each other, and some people, they're too afraid to take risks, or like you were telling me before we started that this is your first podcast. And that's pretty cool. Like, you got to start somewhere, and little by little, we just keep growing, And
we're on the Wormhole, too.
No, yeah, for sure, bro. So for those people that don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, my artist name is SICKSEVEN. Some people call me Seven. My real name is Israel, and I'm pretty much an upcoming artist. I started pretty much a year ago, and I've made a lot of revenue off of music and other stuff like that. The reason, if you're wondering, a lot of people are probably wondering about the mask, it's pretty much affiliated with my music and my past. And pretty much I just kind of wear this for now, just for my first album or EP or mixtape, whatever you guys prefer to call it. It's pretty much about my past and pretty much how I grew up and a bunch of the stuff that I guess you could say happened to me and people I was affiliated with. And that's pretty much why in most of my pictures on all my social media, except for my Twitter, I pretty much have a bandana. And the thing is called not affiliated because I just want to make sure I'm not. I want to let people know I'm not gang affiliated. At least
Yeah, it's just part of your persona. Yeah. Have you done any performances so far?
Yes and no. On paper, no, I haven't. But I have done other performances for like a club before, so
I mean that counts. Any little gig that you're getting, it's at least it's practice. You get better at your craft. And do you perform with the bandana on too, or no?
Yeah, most of the time, but sometimes it gets too hot. I have to take it off because
that's kind of cool though. Like, to be honest, that's gonna make you stand out because everyone else is like. I would if I saw you perform at a club, like you said, I would definitely remember you, the dude from that bandana. And if you have it on your social medias, that's good. You keeping it consistent throughout the different ones.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be different than other artists. And even then, you don't even have to be that different. You just got to, just show, like, the real you. You can't fake your way into the industry, or you can't, honestly, like, do anything that, try to make yourself stand out if it's not really you. So that's kind of why I just kind of wear the bandana. There's other people that wear, like, masks and stuff like that, like Bape masks or Supreme masks. I wear a regular bandana just because, like, it has a story. My album has a story to it and it has a message. And it's kind of why I wear it, just to, every time they see me, they remember, the message behind it.
It is. It's visual cues. And it's part of your brand. Like you said, you're trying to build a brand based on you, not wearing a Supreme, because then people would just, he's just flexing. And this keeps it real. And where can people find your music? Or is the album's already out, right?
Actually, no, the album's not out. I'm trying to figure out some stuff with producers and contracts and stuff like that as far as leases go. But, I mean, my music will be, I have a single out right now. It's called Shoot. It's already on Spotify, Apple Music. It's on every platform, literally even platforms I didn't even know existed, like Diesel. But, you can find it on there. And my album should be dropping either this month or next month, beginning of next month. So.
That's good. Yeah. So, what made you get started in music? Since you were always into music since you were a little kid, or you just started? You decided to just go into it later on in life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was always interested into music, but I never thought I'd actually be an artist, just because I didn't believe that I had the, not either the supplies or like the mentality to do it, just because. Like,
like you felt like you weren't ready, right? You're probably waiting for the perfect opportunity, and that's one thing. Like, even whatever you want to do, you want to be an artist, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a podcaster, a blogger. The most important thing is to get started. I always tell people, just start. You're never gonna be ready.
Yeah.
And then
like a lot of people don't understand is like you like. I mean, there's a saying that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't take that like literal. They just take it. Just like
it's a saying,
a quote or something. Yeah, but like what people don't understand is like there's a lot of things. Like, for example, I didn't believe I was going to make this much money off of music, right? Because I was like, there's already so many artists.
How do you make money off of music? I know you said that earlier. Is this your first album you're dropping, or is this just a new project?
Yeah, this is my first album that I'm dropping. I've dropped a few singles, but like I never actually I took them down and re-uploaded because I didn't know if people liked them until I finally published one, which was Shoot, which was my first single, and it actually went through and we made some pretty good.
How did you make money off music without really posting music? Or
so originally, I would upload it, right? So I would have my single up on, like, for example, Spotify and Apple Music, and depending on how many streams it gets, or depending on how many people play the song, is like you get a certain amount of money off of it, and that also includes ads and stuff like that off of YouTube and stuff like that, because it automatically generates it to YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've seen, like, on YouTube channels, it'll be like, for example, of an artist, it'll be like Lil Mosey, and then it'll be like a dash and then topic.
No, yeah, and I'll have the song just with no visuals. I've seen that before.
Yeah, and pretty much you make money off that, and I also made money off, performances, and I also made money off of pretty much ads that are played while my song's playing. So it just all accumulates, and then also when you perform, like I've done a few, like a performance before, like over there in Sevilla's. That's also another example of pretty much how you make revenue.
That's good. No, it's similar to podcasts. I get paid on Spotify and on YouTube. On the Apple one, I don't know. I don't really know how the Apple podcast works, to be honest. But so far from the other two, I do get money as well. Are you reinvesting all your earnings back into your same business, into creating merch? Do you sell merch and stuff right now, or?
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that because after the revenue that my recent song Shoot made, featuring Josandi, we took that revenue and we pretty much put it into a clothing line, and it's going to be coming out. I think I already have a website on that, but I'm just waiting for the shirts to actually be printed out, because we already have all the shirts and everything. We already have the sizes, colors, and everything. The logo's already there. We just kind of waiting on getting them printed. I'm just waiting on my manager to.
You're not. Have you tried doing the print, like buy and print, like so you're not printing all this merch? Like, you know how there's certain websites that let you print it as they buy. Have you considered doing that, so that way you don't have all the inventory sitting there? Or
yeah, well, I mean, my manager handles all that, so I kind of have like no idea. I just kind of I make the money, I give it to him, or he takes it from the website. He just kind of grabs it from there, and he just kind of tries to market it in different areas. And yeah, so this was actually my idea to I'm trying to brand myself. It was kind of like my first idea, like my 2 cents in. I was like, let's get on a podcast, and then here we are. So
that's good. It's have you done? Oh, I don't know if you're allowed to share who your manager is, but
at the moment, I would say at the moment I wouldn't know, just because I don't know as far as like what's going on with him. But
so he's been pretty good so far. He's helping you out with like getting more gigs and everything.
Oh yeah, he's marketing, he's networking, he's doing a bunch of stuff for me, and he's giving me a lot of connections. Like a lot of people don't realize that a lot of younger artists or smaller artists are a bigger target to labels, just because, like, I'm not sure if you heard of the term industry plant. It's pretty much where a label grabs certain artists that's not really big. For example, let's say they grab me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not industry plant. But if let's say they were to grab me, they would fund me, and I would have unlimited amount of revenue, to the point where I can market my music, and any revenue that I make with my music, because it'd be at the highest quality, they'd help me make revenue, and they just pretty much grab the revenue, and I just be on a cut salary, like a set salary. And it also helps because, I mean, like, for example, like industry plants, they work with people like other labels that have bigger artists, for example, like Trippie Redd and just other Juice WRLD and just other artists like that, and you just kind of like collab just so your revenue goes up, and pretty much all the revenue goes to them. So
they're just marketing. They're using you guys as marketing. So it's kind of cool that we live in an era where you could just almost be an independent, because we have social media. We're able to distribute, like you said, get on podcasts, get on people's channels, collaborate with people. Because back in the day, I mean, think about all the artists that they had to be part of in order to make it, you had to sign with a big label that was going to distribute your music. There was no streaming, which is the platform that you have most views on, or most listens.
I would have to say Spotify. Surprisingly, I mean, a lot of people are gonna hate me. I don't really use Spotify. I use Apple Music is what I personally use. But most of my playlists are coming from Spotify, which is kind of cool. That like certain you could see certain I guess you could say not fan bases, but certain communities are coming. Like you could see which communities are stronger on what platform. So it's kind of cool to see it all come together.
Where are you located in California?
Yeah, I'm actually located in I guess I could say Corona at the moment, but I'm always out in LA. I'm always like probably 5 out of the 7 days I'm out in LA. So
you're always hustling out there. No, yeah, Corona. I work there sometimes, freaking driving around there on the 15. Like traffic gets crazy, but it's especially going on the 90, on the 90.
91?
Yeah, the 91.
It gets kind of busy over here.
Yeah, over here, I'm from the Coachella Valley, over here in the Coachella Valley area, so we have a lot of local artists here as well.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of cool to, like, you partying out there, huh?
Yeah, like, so there was no podcast when I first started my podcast. There was nobody doing podcasts here, and I think there's a couple of people, but they're more like part of like the local magazine and like some other ones. So I was like, when I started doing YouTube, I wanted a place to promote my YouTube, and I was like, there's no one doing anything. So I decided to just take the initiative and create my own podcast. And so far, right now, I'm having creatives like you, like artists, a couple of my friends, just because it's cool to talk to somebody that you know, because it makes it easier. But I'm also just, at this moment, whoever wants to come on, I tell people, don't be afraid. Like some people, they're like, oh, I don't know if I should ask you. But I'm not like a huge podcaster. I'm barely getting started. Like, I just want to have conversations with people and promote people, because that's the best. It's like those stories that people have where you meet someone like at a park or something, and you have a conversation with a stranger or at the gym or whatever. Yeah. So the podcast is just like right now, I would have never talked to you probably ever in my life, probably never even run across you, but thanks to social media and the age and podcasts, we were able to meet up. And you never know, what if like 5-10 years down the road, once you're more advanced in your career, we might do like a business thing together. Like you never know how these connections are going to take off. You just got to try things, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't understand like how much of an impact like social media actually does with money, revenue, and just pretty much networking. Like people don't understand like how much of a leap you could do if you know what you're doing on social media, rather than just, you know, like as a viewer. Yes. It comes down to like, you know, just the mindset that people have. And I think that's what kind of I mean, I'm a victim as well. Like I was always worried that you know what I mean, like I'm like, oh, when I drop this song, am I gonna have the numbers for it? Or if I make this cover, are people gonna like it? Or you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just came to the realization, you just gotta drop what you drop. You gotta drop the type of songs that you want, because you are who you are, and then
it doesn't really matter what other people have to say if you're happy with your work. I used to be the same way, like, oh man, I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna get no views, and then I finally came to I don't know, I just realized like it doesn't really matter. Like make your project, try to make it as better and the best that you can, and then move on to the next project. You're already working on the next thing. Like you do want to market, you do want to promote your stuff, but you're kind of thinking forward, you know, like 5 years down the road, I'm going to look back and it's not even going to matter that I got this amount of views on this video or on this song, the amount of streams.
Yeah.
The long-term
It's a big impact.
The long-term game. And that's what I've been trying to get people to start. Social media, just some people don't like to do YouTube. Some people might be good just podcast audio form. Some people don't like to, they want to be Instagram influencers, but maybe they're too scared because they're thinking like, oh, what are my friends from school are going to say? Or what are my cousins or my parents? They're going to judge me. And they just need to get started. We need to take advantage of the times that we're at right now.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much said it best. You took the words right out of my mouth. Like, people don't understand the things that, you know, could happen. Especially, like, you're a big you're like a big platform to start off as. Like, I'm not saying that anything that like happens that they do outside of it won't impact, but I'm just saying like you're a really good place to start, because not only are you growing your platform, having other people on this platform, but you're also growing them as, you know, as guests on this platform as well. So
yeah, it's collaborations. That's basically what podcasts are. we're collaborating. People that are gonna listen to this, they're gonna go check out your music, check out your Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
So it's at 7SRAEL at Israel with a 7 as a I.
Oh,
and
okay.
that's for my Twitter as well.
Oh, you have the same one? Yeah, I have the same one on both of them. No, but yeah, like we said, we're just collaborating with each other, and that's what people need to be doing too, just reaching out to other people. And I found, like, so far with my YouTube channel, my main like content on my YouTube channel that's been making me grow is I make videos about Coachella, the festival. Have you ever been to Coachella before?
No, I haven't. I heard it's crazy over there. Is it true?
It's crazy, but it's so much fun. Like, if you ever get a chance, I mean, maybe one day you'll be performing there if you like grind it out. But it's just a fun festival, and I'm lucky that it's here. It's here where I live, so I never have to deal with like traveling and like a place to stay and stuff. So that saves me money. So I made some old Coachella videos, and they got me a lot of views and people asking me questions. Then I made a tips video. I was like, I'm gonna make one tip video. And that got me so many views and so many people asking more questions. And I was like, damn, like, no one's really out here on YouTube. Like, the same thing I started my podcast. I was looking up tips, and there was no videos on tips. All the only tip videos was girls' makeup tips, girls, how to do your style for your outfits and shit. And I was like, people want to see tips about the festival. So I started making content. I have, like, over 32 videos on tips about the festival right now. And, like, that's been helping my channel grow. And it's just, like, a part of my channel. Then I have the podcast now coming out like over the last couple of months, and like I said, I'm just trying new things, getting out of the comfort zone, and the podcast is definitely like my favorite thing to do right now, though.
Hell yeah. Yo, I have a question for you. What's the craziest thing you've seen that like happen at Coachella, like in person? I'm curious because I want to go, but you know I want to hear from you. Like, what's the craziest thing you've ever like seen or been a part of? The
craziest thing I've seen, well, I have a lot of stories. Like, I've seen people get tackled, like, selling drugs at the festival. There's, like, undercovers, like, literally dressed like festival goers, bro. Like, shorts, a tank top, fucking glasses. They look stoned as fuck. And out of nowhere, like, they'll go around and, like, they'll tackle somebody, like, literally tackle them in the crowd because they're selling, like, cocaine or whatever drug they're selling. And it's pretty crazy. I've seen not that many fights, to be honest. That's one thing about Coachella. Everyone's kind of on drugs or like in a happy mood. Like, no one's really fighting there compared to other music festivals or like other events where people get drunk. Because I think alcohol is the one that leads to more people fighting. But so far, Coachella, I've seen people like, I don't know, either OD or dehydrated. Like the medical people have to come in and get them like out of the crowd. There's a lot of stories, and like for the artists, the most shocking one, I guess, is the hologram Tupac. That one was crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that all online. That's crazy.
Yeah. When that shit came out, like everyone in the crowd, we were all like, "What the hell's going on?" And to be honest, like we weren't even like super excited or super like, we were all like kind of like in shock, like mesmerized. Because this motherfucker came out of the ground and he's like, what the fuck is up, Coachella? So they even mixed his fucking voice to say Coachella. Like, it was pretty crazy.
Dude, that's technology. That's all I gotta say. Technology is crazy nowadays. Like,
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think it was like that, like of just like a happy place. I mean, I kind of expected it to like be like you know, everyone's on drugs and stuff, right? So everyone's out there high, no one's really in a bad mood, right? Except for like if you're on alcohol, like, under the influence of alcohol. But like the fact that like I've seen stuff, isn't it like where people like trade wristbands and stuff like that too, or something like that?
Yeah, well, there's people, they do some scams where some people will like sell you a bracelet and then they report it as they stolen, and then they made the money back, and now they get their own bracelet because they're like, oh, here's my proof of purchase. I actually bought it, but somebody stole it from my house or something. And that's the only thing I don't like about Coachella. Sometimes you could get scammed buying like resale bracelets. And then right now, since social media, like we said, is just popping and everybody's on social media, a lot of companies are flying out a bunch of influencers. Like, they're literally paying for the whole trip just to go to Coachella and like promote their whatever brand they're doing and shit. So a lot of people have been complaining that people are not even there to enjoy the music. They're just there because they're getting paid to be there, you know. And hardcore like music fans, they don't even get a chance to buy a ticket because all these people are freaking just running around. Yeah, and then Coachella's 2 weekends. So weekend 1, that's like where all the hype is at. That's where they live stream on YouTube. That's where all the influencers are. So weekend 2, it's actually a lot more chill, and that's like where people have a better time just enjoying the music because it's all about the music. Second weekend, all the hype like went away. All the media personalities left. So now it's just the music. So weekend 2 is pretty cool, but I still like weekend 1. I like to be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you made another video, right, about like the ticket situation. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
On your, yeah.
So I made a video how not to get scammed because I had so many people like DMing me, and I make these videos based on what people are commenting. So it gets easier for me making content. It gets easier because people are telling me, "Oh, make a video about this, make a video about this," and I've made videos based on what people are recommending, and it's kind of cool that I give it back to the community. Like I'm close to, I have like 1,700 followers or subscribers. So
nice.
This month has been growing, but like 6 months ago I had less than 1,000, and now it took me a lot of years to get to 1,000, and now it's been a couple months. I'm almost at 2,000. So little by little, it just starts growing.
Hell yeah! I mean, I have my other social medias too that they were like around like 8K, and then my Twitter was like 9K. But then I don't know what happened, but they got suspended or something happened. I'm pretty sure where someone got my account and like they started doing a bunch of stuff with it. Yeah. So I had to use my backup account as my main account, and then I'm slowly growing it. We're getting back to it, but it's a hustle to get back, especially when you're not like a known face. And, everyone that followed that account and was following you, they're just, like, well, where did 6XSEVEN go? And they just kind of like, whatever, and they just keep going on with their day. You know what I mean? I'm not like that much of an impactful artist yet just because, I barely dropped my first single. But I'm trying to change that. But, yeah.
One thing when I was looking at your profile, I think you should be posting more just photo shoots, or just you, like you said, if you're going to LA, just take pictures with people and, like, kind of just keep showing you with the mask, you with your brand, so people start like, okay. And then once people start running into you, they're like, oh shit, you're that dude from Instagram or Twitter, and then you start taking photos with them, and I'll help you grow a little bit more.
Yeah, I have a story because before on my Twitter I was like at around 9K. Luckily my Twitter was the one thing that was a little bit easier for me to grow just because I posted more on Twitter and on Instagram. But back, this is an embarrassing story, but way back in I want to say in high school, I want to say like my sophomore year, there was this thing that was trending on Twitter. It was like hand pics, right? There was this thing where like girls were like freaking out about hand pics, right? Mm-hmm. And like it was like, I don't know what it was about these hand pics, but like these girls were just attracted to it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. Obviously I'm a little sophomore, but it's actually a funny story because this is kind of how my like numbers started to come, because I posted a picture of my hand and that thing blew up. And when I say that thing blew up, I posted a lot after, but like I'm talking about like I got like 13K like retweets on this tweet, and I kept getting followed by people like girls, and they were DMing me, and obviously that's at this crazy point music wasn't a thing, but these numbers kept coming in. So eventually once I'm like, all right, I want to be an artist. I'm gonna commit to this, and I was on the edge, but eventually I just I decided I'm gonna stick to this route, because if I'm not an artist, if I'm not able to produce art and make people listen to and make what I like to hear, then what's the point of as bad as it sounds, like what's the point of living if I'm not doing what I want to do?
No, and that's why we gotta keep sticking to our goals and dreams and think long term. We're all gonna grow eventually. It's just like you said, be part of challenges, and that's cool. Like sometimes you could go viral by an accident, by posting something. So think about every time you're posting, it could be your lottery ticket. It could be every time you're posting. You never know what's gonna go viral. It might not get retweeted at all. It might not even. Nobody might even see or listen to it, but if you just keep constantly posting and putting in that work, people are going to take notice, and one of them, you never know, you just want content away.
Yeah, I like that saying, that one post could be your lottery ticket. I like that saying. I'm going to start saying that now. Because it's true, you know what I mean? Like, you could do that one thing, and that one thing could set you viral. Like, yeah. I mean, we've all seen it. We've seen, artists get memed. We've seen people get memed. Like, what's that one girl? Bad Baby.
Oh, the Catch Me Outside girl?
Yeah, the Catch Me Outside girl. She got memed off of, I don't know whose idea was it, the daughter or the mom. I'm pretty sure it was the mom.
I'm not sure how those shows work, because sometimes I feel like that's like rigged, but
yeah.
Then I don't know if that, I mean, sometimes you could, or like that Walmart kid too, he went viral and he got like 1 million subscribers. He performed at Coachella last year.
Coachella, yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy how it works, because like it could be like the dumbest thing or the littlest thing, and it could do the biggest impact. So it's kind of crazy to see that like now as like we see social media grow and expand to other platforms and to other people. So it's kind of cool.
No, it's just like a new era. We don't know what social media is gonna be 5-10 years from now, but we just gotta take advantage of the platforms that we know. Like I don't know how Instagram's gonna be in the future, but at least we gotta. It might not be Instagram, it might not be Twitter, it might be a new thing. We just gotta keep doing the new thing,
I mean, a lot of people don't take advantage, and that's what we're doing today. So.
No, yeah, well, you never know. And one thing I want to create more content of these like podcasts, like since it's gonna be, I don't know how long we're gonna go. Like some episodes have gone for 2.5 hours, some of them have gone for 40 minutes, some of them have gone for an hour. But I want to make little short clips, so maybe your one story about your hand or whatever. And then I'll cut it up into a little clip, post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter, just to create more eyeballs, just start posting a little more.
That one view could be the change, what I mean? Just that one retweet could, bring all their followers and eyeballs to you. So
no, and people like to see people doing things. That's one thing I noticed, like you said, that you were like thinking like, oh, what are people gonna say, or maybe they're not gonna like my music. But since I've been doing a lot more content and just pushing everything, I've noticed that people like to see people do things. There's always going to be haters and people talking negatively, but I think it's like 80% good people, 20% negativity.
Yeah. You just got to get around the negativity. Like, you got to understand that they're not really making an impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even someone who's being negative, it's a good thing, because that's just another eyeball. That's just, that's just another dollar sign as far as negativity goes. I always think is like my people that support me, I always think of them as family, right? I always think of them like they're always going to be, with me. I'm going to support them. They're going to support me. And I always think is the negative people, the haters that pretty much don't support you and they just want to see you fall. I just think of them like they're supporting me, because even though they're trying to say whatever they say and try to get in my head, they're still helping me out by, giving me some sort of revenue for me to make more content. So
yeah, they're at least watching you, listening to your stuff. Because if they're criticizing, they're at least like, oh, I'm gonna go check out his new content. Do you have any music videos out yet?
No, actually, well, we have one done, but it's not uploaded yet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of just building a catalog and putting a bunch of music in the safe. Mm-hmm. And then that way, once I release music and market that song, and it starts getting a buzz, I'm going to start releasing other songs and other music videos just to, keep the buzz up. Because pretty much to make it in the industry, I've noticed, just have a buzz. I'm not sure if you knew, I'm not sure, I forgot her name, but Lil Xan dated some girl, and she literally dated her just so she could get a following and a little bit of a buzz, because she was more of an actor, but not, an artist.
Oh, was it Amber Rose, no?
What?
Was it Amber Rose?
No, it wasn't Amber Rose. It was what's it? It's I forgot her name.
China or Miley Cyrus's sister. Miley Cyrus's sister or something like that?
Yeah.
No, so, there are people like that. Like, if you have a social following, like, there's, like, that's what people don't realize. Like, you know how there's always these celebrities that are always dating, like, these certain artists, jumping back and forth, because that's their brand. Their brand is they're getting paid thousands of dollars or millions. I don't know how much they're getting paid, but they see them, creates a bunch of headlines. They start making music, going out to, like, the red carpet together. And then when they break up, it's more headlines, but you already put up that artist, like, you already made their career a little better.
And you just make revenue, and it's just pretty much about, just maintaining that buzz. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of, keeping everything in the safe. I'm still kind of like, I'm still showing that I'm alive. I'm still showing that I'm still here, but I'm just kind of like kind of gathering everything together. That way, when I release my first thing, I just kind of build that buzz and networking. And then once people hear this one song, they're like, oh, let me hear the next. And the next is already going to be uploaded like, like a day ago or something like that. So
yeah,
it's kind of just like my idea and just the plan and how I mapped out.
That's really good that you have a marketing plan, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people, they just create the music, but there's so much to music besides just making the actual songs. Like, you have to do so much just to promote your stuff, especially for a young upcoming artist that you're doing it without a label. You're doing it almost like an independent. So I know the struggle on that.
Yeah, and there's nothing bad about like being an indie rapper. It's just you got to put more work. You got to do what the labels aren't doing for you. The only benefit of being an indie rapper, which is a big benefit, is you got to keep all your revenue. So that's a really good plus, because you kind of get to choose and which way or like how your money sways and which path is going. Like you could, this song, this percentage of the money is going to go towards my clothing brand. This percentage is going to go towards the studio time. This percentage is going to go to whatever it may be. So yeah, it just comes down to just planning everything out.
Are you like promoting yourself locally, like with wherever your town or Corona or whatever?
Oh yeah. Pretty much everyone in Corona supports. There's not that many haters. There are, but they're just kind of washed away by all the support. Any small city wants to be supportive because they want to put their city on the map. They always want to be like, oh, this artist is from here, so they're always gonna support you. As far as like other places that are like borderline from my city, a lot of people actually know me more than Corona, but Corona's just the support is like you can't compare.
Yeah, so, it's always, you're always gonna have your stronger fan base locally. And somebody told me that that's how you make it big. Like, of course you could go viral or whatever, but if you want to make it big in your area with people that know you, people that are similar to you. Like you said, they want to see somebody from their city make it big. They want to see somebody from their city do big things, and people are supportive. That's one thing I've been learning too. Yeah,
like the one thing that I always like want to have in focus is that I don't want to have the mindset that, okay, I'm gonna drop this song and I'm gonna hope it blows up. As an artist, or at least for me personally, I want to make sure that I always have everything planned as a business. You got to think of yourself as a business and how you're gonna pretty much manage everything. Just thinking like your music is the thing that you're trying to market. As far as like if I'm selling shoes, I want to market these shoes. It's the same thing. Just it's your own sound that you're marketing.
Exactly. Music and any artist is a marketer when it comes down to it, because we're producing content that people might listen to. We're producing stuff, but at the end of the day, that's leading to revenue. That's leading to sponsorships. That's leading to you making money. And we're making money hustling besides working a regular job, because we don't all want to work, because if you're not putting in the work now, where are you going to be 5 years from now? You're still working, I don't know, McDonald's, or maybe you get a good office job. Are you going to be happy 5 years from now? You're probably going to be stuck where you're at right now. But if you're freaking grinding, at least you're taking shots. You're getting to a place where you want to be,
Yeah, and that's all you could really ask for, is to have the job or be doing or making a living off of what you like to do. So that's always the best thing that you could really strive for. But at the end of the day, even if I have to go a different route, I'm still gonna do music because that's what I like to do. And even if it doesn't really make me the revenue, it's not really about the money for me. It's just composing what I like. As an artist, I like to compose a sound that I like to hear, and just know that it's me. But to obviously to make
do you make your own beats and stuff?
Yeah.
Say that one more time? Do you make your own beats? Do you produce your own music? Or do you have?
No, actually, I have producers such as Jokology, Billy D's, and I have Trademark, and a bunch of other producers that kind of help me out. And right now I'm kind of working with them with a contract to see because as far as producers go and how much money, how they make their money, is depending on how many plays a certain song or a beat or a melody that they give me or that I purchase, or they give me depending on how close I am to them. I can only get a certain amount of streams off that beat before I have to upgrade my lease. And once I upgrade that lease, they get a certain percentage of what the song makes. So,
okay. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that, because that way they want to make sure that the song is good, because the better songs they produce, then they could get more money. I think that's cool. Keeps them hungry.
Like, for example, like a good example is like I'm pretty sure you know X, right?
Yeah.
XXX. He recently passed away. Rip X. But what happened with him in the situation is his song that really blew him up, "Look at Me." The producer is actually suing X because of the money that he was never paid, and there's a lot of controversy about how you could sue someone that passed away, and then. There's a producer that's over here talking about that he didn't get his money. So there's a lot of controversy. I don't like to put my 2 cents in that just because it's not like my place to talk about. But
it's just an interesting topic.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Well, so because I'm guessing that song's still getting a lot of money still from streams. So the lease is probably up, and he wants to get paid because of the contract, even though he can't sign new contracts because he passed away. So that's a little tricky.
And the producer, like as messed up as the situation is, like in a business standpoint, and I can't stress this enough, as messed up as it is, it's smart because he waited till the song got as many plays as it could get and made him the most amount of money that it could possibly make, and then he's suing X, even though he's passed away, who can't, really do anything about it because we don't know their terms, at least not publicly. Yeah. And the producer's getting a certain percentage of the amount of money, the total amount of money that it made. So, the producer waited to, make the
claim and stuff,
make the move, so he can make the most revenue. I think it's like in the millions. It's some crazy number.
Of course, and especially, I mean, I don't want to in a negative way, but when an artist passes away, usually their streams and everything goes up. Like people, like they're always trending in the top of the iTunes charts. Just every time somebody passes away, just that's the way it happens. People start listening to the music, and he probably made more money from the passing away too. So it's kind of messed up, but just part of the game.
Yeah, it's industry's cutthroat, that's for sure.
Yeah. Have you done any collaborations with other artists, or are you working on collaborating with artists?
Yes, I'm not allowed to announce the collaborations that I made just because I haven't publicly announced it. But the single that I did make, I made a feature with Joe Zondi. So shout out to Joe Zondi. He's the homie. He's actually the one that I kind of came up with in the music industry. So it's kind of cool to see that our first song together that we actually made kind of getting pretty good numbers. So.
Oh, cool. That's good. Maybe I could link up with the artist after this podcast, whatever. Just let me know. And how did you come across my podcast? I don't think I asked you. Damn,
I don't remember exactly. I just remember I saw you. I was on social media and I saw you comment on something, and your name actually was kind of like it interested me. So I clicked on it and I saw that you're a podcast, and I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna shoot my shot and just kind of like try to throw my shot, and you kind of responded to me, and I was like, oh, so I kind of thought it would be a pretty good opportunity to pretty much come on here and just kind of talk about me, and then pretty much, brand you and then brand me, and then just, kind of grow together. So
no, that's good. Like I'm telling you, other people, if you're listening to this, whatever you're doing, just try to collaborate with other people. It doesn't have to be with us. It could be with other influencers, other people, because maybe 9 out of 10 will say no, but you never know the one that's going to say yes, and just keep grinding at it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that pretty much wraps it for today. Thank you for coming on episode 16. You guys can check out this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and then check out all his work at Instagram and Twitter at 7. What is it?
Israel 7 SRAEL. So pretty much Israel with the 7.
Yeah, I'll put the thing in the bottom for people watching the video, and of course I'll make some clips tagging for Instagram and all that stuff. So, and thank you for coming on. It was a pretty good conversation, man. I'm definitely. If you want to come on later on in the future, whenever you're dropping something, we could definitely have another podcast session.
Yeah, I love that. That'd be dope.
That's pretty good. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you're listening on iTunes, give it a 5-star rating. If you're listening on Spotify, subscribe and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.